Hello everybody. Unfortunately, I have more bad news, or at least bad news for my channel. I'm doing fine for the most part, except that I'm very busy, and every time I thought I would have time to do some recording for my channel, stuff has come up. For example, a couple weekends ago, I was gonna maybe do some recordings, and well, it's our anniversary. And so, you know, I didn't know if I had time. And it turns out I spent the whole weekend with my wife. The work has continued to pile up. Last week was compounded because I started getting this gnarly toothache. And I ended up going to a dentist and they pulled the tooth. And so it was like on Vicodin and Mumble for about 3 days. So it's just sort of one thing after another. Meanwhile, the work has piled up. So now I've got more work. If you recall the pile, I might post the pile up again because it looks very much the same as it did before. I got this this pile yesterday with a note from the office that I work for that they are even more buried and behind than they were when I got the first stack, and asked if I could do more work, and so yeah, so I'm actually. I'm not ahead of where I was when I made my first 2-week video. I had to take a 2-week break. I actually have more work. Of course, hopefully I don't have any more tooth dentist things going on the next couple weeks. But this is a notification to all of you that I have not been able to record. I'm not going to put a time limit on how long it'll be till I record again. Just for the time being, it's going to be very piecemeal in terms of what comes out, because I'm thinking I'm going to have to record when I can, and I'm going to have to avoid doing a regular schedule. I think the next thing I need to put out is the Sherlock Holmes I've had trouble with. I need to get that back up to speed, and hopefully I can just get back up to speed. But I know for this week, I'm not going to be able to do anything. Even taking the time to do this recording, it feels like more time than I have to spare. But getting the ball back rolling again is going to take, to get it back like all of a sudden to my every other day video release schedule is probably not something I'm going to do all at once, but I do want to get back to that. So I'm looking at least the next week, probably no videos at all. And then from there, it just depends on how caught up I am and how caught up the offices that I work for, which I have very little control over. But anyway, so thank you all. I know there have been a few people, you know, asking how I'm doing and if I'm okay, and I popped into a couple of streams and said hello to people, and everyone's like, what happened to you? It's like, well, it's real life happened to me. But aside from the tooth thing, I'm fine, and I just got a lot of work, which can be a good thing. You know, when I started my channel, it was in the beginning of September last year, so I'm almost celebrating my 1-year anniversary. But when I started my channel, it was because the exact opposite had happened. I hit about a week or 2 stretch where the availability of new work was basically nil. So, you know, it's there will be time again to play catch up. And it's unusual that we spend an entire month completely buried in work to where I don't have time to really substantially do other stuff. But anyways, so there's a little ebb and flow there that just, it's like the tide, it's like the stock market, I don't know, whatever mystical thing that changes without really you understanding how. That's sort of what my workflow can be like. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you everybody for bearing with me. I have not abandoned my channel. That is one thing I want to let everyone know. People, I haven't really been streaming, so people think like, oh, you gave up on the gaming lawyer. No, I didn't. I'm still in it. Even when I wasn't streaming, I was releasing regular content, and this is just a period where I've just been hit with so much stuff. So, anyway, thank you everybody for sticking with me. I hope everybody is doing well, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.